What's up, y'all? This is Neena Perez, and this is Straight Talk, No Sugar Added. Did you see that new intro? I know y'all did. I know y'all saw it. So I want to thank you so much for being here with me. I love being here every freaking Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is WINJECT TV, right? On WINJECT Radio, presented by WINJECT Studios. And one of the things I am like super stoked about, sorry, I got something in my throat, is my free community. So I want to make sure that you go on there and register for free. It is winject.com/register. And I want you to go on there and check out everything WinJect has to offer. And if you're a creator, a podcaster, all that, check that out too. Because honestly, that is the biggest compliment I get, is how beautiful my my intros and outros are, how great my podcast looks, all of them. Always getting complimented on that, and it just lifts you to a whole nother level. And so I want you guys to really be a part of that experience, because it is really freaking awesome. So it's winject.com/register. Make your free profile, go on there, find Straight Talk if you're part of my community, and get in there with me, okay? Because I'm going to really work on building this up. In fact, I'm getting all these little videos done already. I have a workbook in there. I have another one going in, ebooks and all that stuff. Plus I want to do Zoom calls, the whole 9 yards. So I want you to be a part of that. Okay. All right. You know, I've been thinking about this because we're going through a little something, right? We're going through a little something. Hi. It's nice to see you, Lauren. We have gotten a little bit of a surprise from our landlord, because we've been renting here for about 7 years. And he has asked us to leave because he wants to sell the house, but he's not giving us much time to do it. And so we're kind of in this like limbo, not knowing where to move to, what we're going to do, all that kind of stuff. So that's where we are. And today's topic I picked like a month ago, and it's about one step forward makes movement. And you know what I realized? I as I'm sitting back and like reflecting, or trying to sit back, because homegirl's packing, right? So I'm trying to pack boxes. But as I'm sitting there thinking about everything that we're going through and all of that, I realized that in order for my family and in order for me to step forward, I'm going to have to take some steps back first, right? So, hey, Jess, hi. Thank you for being here. Good morning. And one of the things that I realized, in order for me to go forward, I'm going to have to step back, and sometimes more steps back than I would like to take, right? And I was thinking about like the journeys in my life, and how many times in my life for me to get to where I am today and have gotten to where I have, arrived currently, because I don't feel like I've ever arrived, but I'm arrived currently. I realized how many times I've had to step back to move forward, to have that movement forward. I had a kid, a lot of at like 15 years old, and that really pushed me back, right? Because it pushed me back from like all of these ideals and dreams and college and all that kind of stuff that I thought I wanted in my life, that I couldn't do because I had a kid at 15 years old that I had to now take care of. And it knocks you back a little bit, and then you try to go forward, right? And then like around 17 or 18, I lived in a shelter because I was in a really bad domestic violent relationship, and that relationship nearly ended in my murder, right? So that also pushed me back. What's that, Kendra? One step forward, 5 back is the norm, right? Right, but can be a blessing. Absolutely. And that's, like, I guess that's where I'm going with this, right? Because when I went into the shelter, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? I had to run away from my home. I'm living in a battered women's shelter. What the heck is this, right? But in that shelter, I learned to develop some skill sets and mentalities and stuff, where I ended up growing and never, ever again going into a domestic violent relationship because of it. So those backwards pushed me forward, right? In my thinking, right? Then I got married, and it was not a very good marriage. It wasn't an awful marriage, but it was just a marriage that was emotionally kind of manipulative, right? He was a bit of a narcissist, so it was a little bit hard to get through that. And getting that divorce, I felt like I was pushed back in life, like I was really stripped of who I was, and I was depressed, and he left me for a younger woman, and he left me with 2 kids, and it was like, what the F now, right? But I had to go those steps backwards in order to find the true love I have now. And so I realized this in my life, and I'm like going back, I'm like, we always say, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. I take one step forward, I take 5 steps back. Like to your point, Kendra, I take one step forward and 10 steps back, and you start to get frustrated. But I encourage you not to get frustrated, right? Don't get frustrated, because taking these steps backwards, right, is what's going to open up the possibilities for you to create that space, that optimal space that you need to get that solution that you're looking for, right? So I want you to realize that even if you're starting your own business and you feel like you're going backwards, that's all good. If you are going into a relationship and you feel like you're going backwards, that's all good. Because the truth is where do you actually get to, you have to like push yourself back in order to get the view, right? A lot of us are so tunnel vision into what we're doing because we're trying to go forward and trying to hit that 6 figures or 7 figures or whatever, that we're not realizing that you have to step back. You have to, sometimes life will just kick you behind and make you go back, right? But a lot of times we are just not focusing, and then we beat ourselves up for having to step backwards. But I'm encouraging you to not do that. As soon as you're going backwards, you're like, what the heck? Why am I going backwards here? It is really for you to look at new possibilities and create that optimal solution of what it is you need. Like when you're stuck and you can't move forward, step back. I'm encouraging you to step the heck back. Okay. It's going to give you that clarity. It's going to give you perspective, right? So I was thinking about this, like I said, with the moving and everything. And I'm like, what does this all mean? Why are we going backwards? I can't believe this, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized, wait, hold up now. Maybe there's some opportunity here to shift what we've been doing. Maybe we've been a little bit too comfortable. Maybe all those businesses that have been brewing within us that we haven't started yet needs to go ahead and start getting started, right? And I think, I know that God always does that. He sets you up for the comeback, right? But sometimes we don't realize what it means to actually step back. So stop beating yourself up. Stop discouraging yourself. Stop thinking you can't make it to that next level. Stop thinking that you're stuck where you are. Stop thinking that everybody's against you or that the world is against you, or that God isn't watching out for you. BS, okay? The truth is maybe you are just so tunnel vision and stuck in where you are that you are going to have to be knocked back a couple of pegs in order for you to really move forward, right? And when you're stuck and you can't move forward, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're stuck and you feel like you're not going anywhere, I want you to like just push back. Just push back and get some clarity and perspective. I'm also going to tell you guys that if you haven't, try to do this every quarter, every 6 months, every time you feel like you're overwhelmed and you can't see. All right? I want you to just stop for a second and evaluate where you are right now. Right now. Sometimes that vision that you have for that 5-year you or that 10-year you, that long-term strategy, is going to require you first to step back and take a look at what it is you're doing, because you're not always going to be doing the right things. And then that's okay too, because sometimes you really need to F up in order to fix it, right? Hey, babe. So I want you to take all of your life, your relationships, your career, all of that to that next level. And I really strongly suggest that you do an inventory and check out what it is you're doing, and also be open to criticism, critique, all of that stuff that's encouraging you, right? And stop beating yourself up. Sometimes it is necessary to reevaluate where you are, and it's also necessary to reevaluate how your peers, your coworkers, your family members, people that really care about you, it's time to think about that, how they perceive you and how they see where you're going, right? And see if maybe your goals are aligned with where you really want to go. Are they realistic? Do you really want to go there, right? Everybody's life, career, relationships, all that crap is so damn unpredictable, right? But the worst thing that you can do is get complacent or sit there complaining about it. Nobody cares about your complaints. Nobody, right? You don't even care about your complaints. Let's be real. How many times, all of you, especially that are go-getters, sitting there complaining and boo-hooing, and you're like, why am I sitting here complaining and boo-hooing? You start beating yourself up about it, right? So every time that you are thinking that I'm 2 steps back. I'm 1 step forward, 5 steps back. Good, good for you, right? The worst thing that you can do is become complacent and start complaining about where you are right now, right? To achieve that thing that you want, to achieve that goal, that success, that whatever it is, whatever that is for you, you're gonna have to take a risk. You're gonna have to step back. You're gonna have to look at the big picture and see what it is that Nina, what can I do for me today, or what you could do for you today, that 5-year chick or man or whatever is going to be super damn proud of. If you don't know what that is, most of us sometimes struggle with that. If you don't know what that is, you need to reevaluate. You need to step back and you need to find a way forward, right? That path that is meaningful to you. What is going to be important to you? When I was raising my son and college and all that at that time was over there far away, I had to step back because I had to take care of a kid. Now I'm 15 years old. I still have to finish high school. I mean, it was something. I ended up going back to college when in my 30s, right? I had to raise my kids. I had to raise my kids. But it was the best thing that ever happened because stepping back was what gave me the strategies, the skill set, and all of that, and the mindset to know that I could be an entrepreneur, that I could be a professional as well, and that I can build things. I didn't know that about me, right? So that stepping back, and even when I was in college at 30 something, we lost everything, right? So we lost our house, we lost our car. We talk about a setback, talk about stepping back. But that step back from all of that, from the house, the cars, and all that crap, that stuff right there, that's what actually made me say to myself, how do I not be here again? Thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you. How do I not be in this place again? Because it's not until you step back or go through something that knocks the wind out of you and pushes you back that you go, okay, hold up a second. Don't like this. But that makes you look at the big picture. It makes you look at what it is you need to do to get to where it is you want to go. And the only way to succeed in this world, just like Lauren said, be authentic. Be 100% you. You cannot please everyone. You cannot do everything everyone wants you to do. You cannot be ashamed of what you got to do to get there, as long as you're not hurting or harming anyone. Like, I feel like if something happened to us right now where it's like, oh, shoot, my job let me go. I don't got this, I don't got that. Okay, how do I strategically work this out? I have a large network. How do I reach out to my network? Maybe they got work I could do on the side. Maybe I can go flip some burgers. Something's got to happen, right? But you need to be aware that you need to be 100% you, no matter what that is, and that you can't please everyone, and stop trying to. Stop trying to, because it doesn't even matter. You know how many haters I got out there? Thank you, haters. Thank you. Because you're the ones that give me that fuel to make it happen. Okay? So thank you so much. So you can't please everyone. And if you try, you're going to lose you. Hey there, beauty girls, right? So go out there, do the best you can do, and then step back and evaluate where you are, and stop thinking that every time something happens, oh my God, I can't get ahead. I've been knocked back again. Oh my God, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back type of thing. So what? That's good. I'm glad. Okay. I know it feels like crap, but if you're going to be who you are going to have to step back to evaluate. And sometimes God will do it for you because you are just way too ahead and not staring or looking at what it is you're doing. Right. And then you're constantly going for that next thing. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if all of y'all can relate out there. I'm sure a lot of you can. How many times, like, you're a go-getter, you go get this done, you get that done, you get this done, you get that, and then you still feel like you ain't going nowhere. Hey, Jay. Right? So I want you to actually think of yourself as this beautiful journey that's going on, and authentically you, and you ain't got to be fake for nobody. Okay. But if you're going to be who you are, be bold about it. Okay. Be bold. You can take charge of whatever it is you're trying to do. Stand out, be you, because at the end of the day, you are you. And when you're trying to be somebody else or be like something else, you're going to lose your way. I want you to take a step back to take the step forward, right? Stand up for yourself, stand up for your causes, stand up for your ideas, know who you are. And when it knocks you back, good. Reevaluate, keep it moving. All right? Exactly. All right. So I want you to think about that, right? So Beauty Goal says, yes, that's what I'm doing, being bold. Exactly. Right. And so you need all of these little elements around you, being bold, being authentic, having ideas, knowing who you are. All of that stuff is important for you to move forward, but it's also important for you every quarter, like I said before, every 6 months. I don't care how many times you do it. Step back. Stop trying to race to the next thing. Step back for a second. Say, wait a minute. Maybe I need to reevaluate this right here. Maybe, okay, this is maybe not working out. This is going wrong, whatever that is, right? Bold is my middle name. Go ahead, 94 the genius. Right? You're going to realize that. What's that? Wonder where, right. Wonder where you got it from too. But the truth is that I want you to think about, like every time that you get knocked back, stop beating yourself up that you got there. That's bullshit. Okay. You're going to realize that when you step back to evaluate, your goals are going to become more achievable. All right. You're going to go after them now even more. You're going to be like, you know what? That day, I didn't like that. That shit felt like crap. I'm going for that one. Right. So what happens is as you go forward, right? Beauty goals. Exactly. As you go forward, your goals are going to become more achievable. You're going to go after them with passion. You're going to be determined to get it no matter what. Right. And you're not going to give up no matter what the odds are, even when you step back. Like I said to you before, I was like thinking about this topic and thinking, okay, one step, because I always talk about the 1% every day, getting up and being better by 1%, being better 1%. That's all I'm asking. Not a lot, but I don't compare myself to you guys. I compare myself to me. I always wonder, okay, Neena, so yesterday you were this. How do we improve on this for today? Right. And then I realized that even through that, it knocks you back a little bit. Sometimes you still fall back, but that doesn't mean that I lost the 1%. In fact, I've gained it because now I'm realizing something about me that I maybe need to change, need to reevaluate, look at the business in a different angle. Right? Am I stuck here? Why am I stuck here? Getting somebody to come up and help you, right? Getting somebody to come in and really help evaluate where you are. Think about your network and who's around you and what you want to do. What's that, 94? If you're growing 1% better every day, it will take you 100 days to get to 100%. Right. Beauty goals, don't compare to others. It'll always steal your joy. You know that? What? You guys been listening to me or something? So let me tell you something. I want to make sure that I leave everything in this world, that I leave as much as I can every time I come to WINJECT, because I really do love WINJECT. I love the creator of WINJECT. I love WINJECT. I love what it's about. I love how they're trying to bring the community together. And why am I bringing that up? Because I know I was here not from the beginning, but very close to the beginning. And I know how many times we have worked really hard to reevaluate where everybody's at and how we grow. And it's amazing, right? That's right. So I want you guys to really take a pause for a second, because I know that most of us beat ourselves up every single time that something happens that you feel is unfair. But in reality and in truth, it is for your good. Right. And there is a saying, right, that everything that the enemy tries to do against you, God will use it for your good. And so every time that life comes and hits you in the chest and you got to like fall back, it's for your good. And I know it feels like crap, but I promise you that if you use those things to really push you forward and reevaluate where you are, you're going to go places. You are going to go places. Okay. I don't know what CRB means. You got to break that down for me, 94. Break that down. All right. Everybody knows that when you take a step forward, there's going to be a chance that crap is going to happen and it's going to go horribly wrong. You already know. When you start to do your business, when you start to do your coaching program, when you start to create WINJECT, when you start to create a platform, when you start to create courses, when you start to teach people things, something's going to go horribly wrong. That is just the way it is, and that is good. In fact, taking that risk will often feel like, what the hell am I doing? But it will push you forward. And that's the step that you need, right? That's the step that you need. You need that step forward. You are going to have to really take the chance that shit's going to go wrong and hit the fan and spread crap everywhere, right? But stepping back can allow you to get that clarity and that perspective that you're going to need right now for that future person, for that future self, for that future business, for that collaboration, that networking, that B2B, whatever it is you're doing, right? And the next time you find yourself stuck, you're going to take this time to say, you know what? I remember Neena Perez said you're going to have to take your behind back and reflect on what's going on right here. Now, I have been knocked back quite a few times in my life, and I am sure that I will be knocked back another 100,000 times in my life, and I'm good with it. I am tired of sitting there boo-hooing about why I got hit back, right? Take a step back. Open up the new possibilities. Create the space that you need for that optimal solution in your life. What's that, Chris? I'm like Beetlejuice. Someone say you pop up when somebody says your name. You are hilarious. What's up? Oh my God, Chris, I love you. But I just want to like really encourage you guys, because I know that most of you guys who listen to me, watch me, follow me are either entrepreneurs or professionals that are really trying to just grow and push themselves to that next level, right? And I am so proud of my freaking self. I'm so proud of myself, because as many times as I've been knocked down in my life and pushed back a lot, right? And through my career as well. And unfortunately, even because I'm a woman, I'm a Hispanic woman, I'm a woman of color, right? So sometimes even that itself, I'm not saying that's always the case. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it has happened, right? And I could have sat there and boo-hooed about it. I could have said to me, like, oh my God, it's because no, ain't nobody got time for that. Why am I knocked back? What am I going to do strategically around here? How am I going to impact somebody else's life instead of like sitting here boo-hooing about mine, right? And that will help you, people. That's another tip. If you are stuck and you don't know where to go, first of all, reach out to your network, because you'll be surprised at these brilliant, big, ginormous minds out there that can really help you strategically think about what you're thinking about. Go hire a coach. I don't care what you do, but do something, right? And then think about like why you're being knocked back. Is there a part of it that's yours? Like own it, right? Shift and then move, because that is what's going to give you that one step forward to make movement. All right. So every time that you are stepping back, remember that it's only opening up that creative space for that optimal solution that you need in your life, for that new possibility. Woo! I cannot wait to hear what you guys are creating out there. I cannot wait. I love you guys so much. I hope that this has helped you. I know it's a short one today, but I have a lot of packing to do. So, because I got knocked out a couple of steps back. What's that? Whenever something good or bad happens, I simply say maybe, because I've seen lessons from blessings. Exactly. And blessings from lessons. At the end of the day, it's all about your benefit. Right. Exactly. Beauty goals, one foot in front of the other. Yes. Wow, what a great message. Thank you. Thank you, too. Thank you so much, 94. 94 is the one that plays gave me my song. So if you guys are following me on like my podcast and all that kind of stuff, you'll hear that like really Latino great beat come on. That was 94 the genius, because he is a genius when it comes to music stuff. All right. So what's that? Did you get knocked back? Really? Yes, but you didn't see that, did you? Why? Because my behind stepped on forward. As soon as I get back, I'm moving forward. You know that. You know that, right? It was for my benefit. Absolutely 100% was for my benefit. You guys are amazing. A beautiful community of human beings that I love so much, that are always like here to interact and pour into me. And I want to pour back into you. So make sure that you get on winject.com/register. Get your stuff on there so that I can make sure that we connect at a much beautiful, deeper, meaningful level. All right. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I love you to death. This is Neena Perez. This is Straight Talk, no sugar added. Until next time.